Now we are going to talk about lipid from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. As you can see, there are 8 categories of lipids. And in our previous class, we have talked about and listened to fatty acids. Now we are going to talk about glycerolipids and glycerophospholipids. So let's enjoy the reading on glycerolipids and glycerophospholipids. Glycerophospholipids. This is the atomic structure of glycerophospholipids. Examples of an unsaturated fat triglyceride C5598 C55H98O6. Left part glycerol, right part from top to bottom palmic acid, oleic acid, alpha linoleic acid. Glycerolipids are composed of mono, di, and tri-substituted glycerols, the best known being the fatty acid triesters of glycerol, called triglycerides. The word triacylglycerol is sometimes used synonymously with triglyceride. In these compounds, the 3 hydroxyl groups of glycerol are esterified typically by different fatty acids because they function as an energy store. These lipids comprise the bulk of storage fat in animal tissues. The hydrolysis of the ester bonds of triglycerides and the release of glycerol and fatty acids from adipose tissue are the initial steps in metabolizing fat. Additional subclasses of glycerolipids are represented by glycosyl glycerols, which are characterized by the presence of one or more sugar residues attached to glycerol via a glycosidic linkage. Examples of structures in this category are the digalactosyl diacyl glycerols found in plant membranes and seminolipid from mammalian sperm cells. Glycerophospholipids. Main article is Glycerophospholipids. You can see this is the structure of glycerophospholipids. Phosphatidyl ethanolamine. Glycerophospholipids, usually referred to as phospholipids, though sphingomyelins are also classified as phospholipids, are ubiquitous in nature and are key components of the lipid bilayer of cells, as well as being involved in metabolism and cell signaling. Neural tissue, including the brain, contains relatively high amounts of glycerophospholipids, and alterations in their composition has been implicated in various neurological disorders. Glycerophospholipids may be subdivided into distinct classes based on the nature of the polar head group at the SN3 position of the glycerol backbone in eukaryotes and eubacteria, or the SN1 position in the case of archaebacteria. Examples of glycerophospholipids found in biological membranes are phosphatidylcholine, also known as PC, GPCSO, or lecithin, phosphatidyl ethanolamine, PE or GPETN, and phosphatidylserine, PS or GPS here. In addition to serving as a primary component of cellular membranes and binding sites for intra and intercellular proteins, some glycerophospholipids in eukaryotic cells, such as phosphatidylinostilols and phosphatidic acids are either precursors of or themselves membrane-derived second messengers. Typically, one or both of these hydroxyl groups are acylated with long-chain fatty acids, but there are also alkyl-linked and 1Z alpha alkenyl linked plasmalogen, glycerophospholipids, as well as dialkylether variants in archaebacteria. So I have already completed my reading on glycerophospholipids and phospholipids. So these are the categories of lipid, glycerolipids and glycerophospholipids. I hope you have enjoyed listening to these videos on the categories of lipid, namely glycerolipids and glycerophospholipids. And I do hope you would continue subscribing and liking and sharing this video. Thank you very much.